So you've done it. You've found the perfect house. The stone countertops, the finished basement, the huge private backyard. It checks every single box on your list. You're ready to make the offer. But right now, you could be making the one mistake that could ruin your entire home purchase. And I promise you, it's not the house. As a ReeceNichols realtor with the Rob Ellerman team here in Kansas City, I talk to relocating families every day. And their biggest regret, I hear, isn't about the paint color or the lack of a third garage stall. It's buying the right house in the wrong neighborhood. I've seen beautiful homes sit on the market because of the neighborhood vibe, the traffic, or the school boundary just didn't work for the family. It wrecked their lifestyle, their peace of mind, and their long-term resale value. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 critical checks you should perform on any Kansas City neighborhood before you ever sign a contract. These are the checks that real estate professionals use. This is how you stop looking at the house and start buying the community that's right for your family. So let's dive in and stick around because the last check is the secret step that reveals hidden risks no one talks about. Hi friends, I'm Cheryl McCormick, a licensed realtor with the #1 ranked Rob Ellerman team at ReeceNichols based right here in Kansas City. On this channel, I help buyers and sellers just like you make smarter real estate moves with neighborhood tours, housing tips, and brutally honest market insights. So if you're thinking about making a move in or out of Kansas City or within Kansas City, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss a thing. Well, we need to start with why this mistake is so common and so devastating. It comes down to one simple truth, the one that I know has been around forever. Location, location, location. You can change the house, but you can't change the neighborhood. When you're looking at homes, it's so easy to get caught up in the finishes, the new countertops, the wood flooring. But once you get the keys, those warm and fuzzy feelings that you felt can get overshadowed by other factors. That gorgeous kitchen you love, you can put it in any home. But that feeling of being stuck in a 45-minute commute every morning, that feeling of anxiety when the kids walk home from school, now that's permanent. From a financial perspective, a bad location guarantees a low ceiling on your resale value. If you buy a perfect house on a busy street right next to a commercial zone, you've instantly limited your future buyer pool to only those who can overlook those external factors. Your home in a desirable area like Leawood or South Overland Park holds its value not because of the brick, but because of the prestige and stability of the neighborhood itself. The neighborhood is your lifestyle. It's what time you have to get up in the morning, where your kids make friends, and whether you feel comfortable taking an evening walk. It's the difference between house regret and feeling truly settled and happy. So, how do the pros vet a neighborhood? Well, we use a framework that looks past the staging and the open house cookies. Here are the 5 checks that you need to make on every potential area in Johnson County. Check number 1, safety and crime. This is the foundation of peace of mind. But you can't rely on a quick Google search. You have to look at the data. Go directly to the source. Look up the official police dashboards for cities like Overland Park, Olathe, or Lenexa. Don't just look at the total number of incidents. Look at the trend over time and the type of incidents. Is it mostly petty property theft, or are there concerning trends in violent crime? But it's not just about crime, it's also about the feel. Be sure you visit the neighborhood after dark and on a weekday afternoon. Is the street well lit? Are there cars parked on the streets, or are the homes well maintained? Are people out walking their dogs, or does it feel deserted? These street level signals often tell you more than a single statistic ever could. Check number 2, schools and education. Even if you don't have school-aged children, this is arguably the single biggest anchor for long-term resale value here in Johnson County. The premium you pay for a home in the Blue Valley School District in areas like Leawood or South Overland Park is directly tied to the stability and reputation of those schools. Now, all of the school districts in Johnson County have great ratings. Olathe, Shawnee Mission, Spring Hill, DeSoto, you really can't go wrong. But there's no denying that many buyers will only look for homes in the Blue Valley School District because it's the #1 rated school district in Kansas and is also highly ranked nationally. So keep that in mind when looking at homes. And let's talk about the boundary trap. This is where things get tricky. School district boundaries can be highly nuanced. There are neighborhoods where one side of the street feeds into Blue Valley schools and the other side of the street feeds into the Olathe School District. Or you may be geographically closest to Blue Valley schools, but be located in the Spring Hill School District. And school boundaries are constantly changing as districts build more schools. So be sure to call the district itself to get the most up-to-date information on boundaries. Also, look beyond the ratings. Don't just look at test scores. Look at student-teacher ratios, the variety of extracurriculars offered, and the overall student growth metrics. A neighborhood's long-term stability is directly tied to the health of its schools. Go directly to the school district's website to find out the most accurate information. Now let's talk about check number 3, commute and daily essentials. This is where your daily life happens, and it's the #1 source of daily stress. Here's the commute reality. If you work downtown but live in Olathe, you need to map your commute door to door at 7:30 a.m. on a Tuesday or a weekday, not at 10 a.m., not at 2 p.m., because believe me, your commute times can vary drastically whether you're traveling in rush hour or whether you're traveling in midday. Compare the best case scenario window with the worst case window. Are you crossing the Kansas-Missouri state line? Factor in the bottlenecks on I-35 and I-435. And here's the 5-minute rule. How close are your essentials? Rank your top 5. Is your preferred grocery store a 5-minute drive or a 15-minute drive? Where's the nearest urgent care? How often will you use the local parks and trails? If you have to drive 20 minutes for every errand, that neighborhood isn't saving you money, it's costing you time. And this is the secret check number 4, future development and zoning. What's coming next can either dramatically boost your home's value or bring a decade of traffic noise and density shifts. Imagine buying a quiet home, backing up to a beautiful empty field, only to find out 6 months later that that field is zoned for a new high-density apartment complex. Now that's a permanent change to your view, your traffic, your peace, and your home's value. So, how do you research? You need to become a mini investigator. Go to the city planning portals for Overland Park, Olathe, or Lenexa. Look up their future land use maps and check for any rezoning notices or capital improvement plans. And finally, our last check number 5, community vibe. This is about the emotional fit, the intangible feeling that makes a house a home. First, do the weekend test. Do a Saturday errand loop. Do you see kids playing outside? Are people working in their yards? Do a Sunday morning drive. Is the neighborhood quiet and peaceful? The rhythm of the community is a major factor in your long-term happiness. Also, look at the HOA culture. Are you looking at a community with an HOA, like Mills Farm or the newer developments in Olathe? HOAs provide stability and amenities, but they also bring rules. You need to read those covenants carefully. Ask about the culture. Is it friendly and active, or is it a conflict hotspot? So remember, the biggest mistake you can make when buying a home in Kansas City is falling in love with the 4 walls and ignoring the location. The neighborhood dictates your life and it dictates your financial future. Use the 5 checks we talked about here: safety, schools, commute, future zoning, and community vibe. And do the homework now and you'll avoid the massive regret later. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your #1 neighborhood deal breaker? Is it a long commute? Bad schools? Let me know in the comments below. If you'd like help narrowing down the neighborhoods that fit your lifestyle and budget, reach out. I'd love to be your guide here in Johnson County. If you want to learn more about Johnson County suburbs, request my free Johnson County relocation guide. Just comment guide below and I'll send it straight to your inbox. If you're considering a move to Kansas City or anywhere within the Kansas City area, let's talk. I'd love to help you narrow down the perfect suburb for you, show you around, and make the whole process stress-free. Whether you're planning to move in 9 days or in 90 days, I'd love to help you find your perfect home in your perfect neighborhood at your perfect price point. Just give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email, or you can just scan the QR code to schedule a quick Zoom chat. Let's talk about your goals. Thanks so much for watching Living in Kansas City. I'm Cheryl McCormick with the #1 ranked Rob Ellerman team at ReeceNichols Real Estate right here in Kansas City. Hit like if you found this helpful and subscribe so that you never miss a Kansas City update. I'll see you next time, and until then, stay safe, stay curious, and stay tuned for more exciting tours and real estate insights about Kansas City to come.